During the summer heat wave of 2003, I decided to take a road trip from California to visit my friend Mark, who lived near the remote town of Roswell, New Mexico. After driving for over 2 days straight through scorching temperatures, my car finally broke down on Route 66, just outside the outskirts of Albuquerque. With no cell phone signal and limited funds left, I had to rely on the generosity of strangers to repair my vehicle and continue towards my destination. As nightfall approached, it was apparent that nobody would offer any assistance until morning, so, feeling desperate, I knocked on several doors along the isolated highway strip, hoping someone might allow me to stay the night before fixing my engine. One resident answered cautiously, slowly opening his door while clutching a shotgun tightly under his armpit. His face showed little compassion as he examined my situation, but soon changed after learning why I was there. He reluctantly invited me inside once I mentioned knowing Mark over dinner. He provided valuable knowledge of the mysteries surrounding the legendary UFO crash, which made my blood run cold as he described the terrifying circumstances leading up to my arrival. After finishing my meal, my host apologized for not having more comfortable accommodations due to recent events keeping him busy, however promised me better sleeping arrangements could be arranged if I helped him search for something missing during those disturbances. My new acquaintance led me into his barn to show me where he thought my services were required the most urgently. Inside, there sat rows upon rows of old wooden crates covered in dust with strange symbols etched onto them. Air holes cut into one side to keep whatever was inside alive. The smell of dank earth permeating throughout. Looking closer, glowing red eyes peered back at me through slits on the box lids, like precious jewels waiting patiently since the beginning of mankind itself. Upon lifting one of the covers, shock turned to terror as I discovered multiple human figures resembling ancient Egyptians lying within complete hibernation, yet still able to breathe somehow. Each body wore golden necklaces displaying similar markings, now tarnished with age. Horror engulfed me as awareness struck. These individuals have remained frozen in this state for countless millennia, awaiting some unknown event to occur. What other secrets did this rancher hide deep beneath us? How many others rest hidden here without hope of escape? Involuntarily, I felt myself begin to cry, uncontrollably wondering what kind of monster could hold fellow human beings captive only to experiment, study, worship, or worship. My guide noticed my reaction and swiftly closed the lid. You are not ready to see such things yet, nor can you ever truly fathom the scope of this discovery unless witnessed directly for yourself as part of the team dedicated to protecting the truth, the farmer whispered menacingly. A haunting silence fell between us as fear rooted itself deep within my mind, never again allowing me to forget this twisted encounter. Shaking myself free, I realized now was the perfect opportunity to learn everything possible before leaving Roswell behind forever. For years, rumors spread around local communities spoke of government conspiracies related to captured extraterrestrial life forms after the 1947 incident. Many stories circulated involving strange lights in the sky, followed by military vehicles arriving en masse, quickly securing the area then covering all evidence to keep such knowledge buried far away from public scrutiny. Frightened locals recounted strange disappearances, abductions, experimentations, and experiments they themselves endured and watched happen to family members unable to fight back or resist without backup from others sharing their plight. Despite fearing retaliation should anyone break their vow, silence. Even today, survivors remain traumatized by encounters beyond their comprehension, living quiet lives wishing to leave memories of torture, brainwashing, forced labor, and genetic hybridization performed underground in Area 51 forgotten. Feeling exposed for what seemed like hours, my guide finally agreed to reveal key details necessary to understanding what lay hidden away from normal society by leading me to a previously restricted facility surrounded by heavy security gates and guard patrols constantly monitoring entrances. "Welcome to Spore," the farmer declared proudly as he flashed. Special credentials which granted immediate entry past checkpoints, allowing us unfettered access to corridor after hallway packed full of cutting-edge technology and heavily armed guards stationed everywhere. Their attention focused intently on monitors detailing constant stream video footage of every corner taken from cameras positioned strategically throughout the base. The deeper we ventured further inward, my anxiety escalating until confronted by rows upon rows of stasis chambers containing frozen beings resembling both aliens and humans alike. Scientists bustled about performing tests on numerous specimens kept at sub-zero temperatures, making minute adjustments, ensuring each entity remained preserved perfectly for posterity, without losing vital information or potentially dangerous consequences. Dozens of tables displayed various organs or body parts being analyzed separately under microscopes magnified for detailed inspection. A horrible sensation crept over me, causing nausea to rise, making it difficult to maintain composure against this stark reminder the world viewed only one reality when so much else existed, right beneath their collective noses. Stunned disbelief caused me to question whether these entities truly belonged here or elsewhere, instead of Earth's confinement, prompting an unexpected need for answers, despite inherent danger potentially posed from involvement. No longer willing to play innocent observer, solely relying on second-hand accounts for verification, I boldly asked the farmer point-blank what connection my dear friend Mark held towards these shocking discoveries, and was met head-on with an answer impossible to ignore. After spending months attempting to navigate his way through the treacherous terrain of the Nevada desert following our separation, Mark eventually located this secret site as well, drawn forth by unknown forces or perhaps pure coincidence, attracting him like a moth to flames seeking meaningful purpose. Luckily, his determination paid off, permitting admittance among chosen few allowed inside, with hopes their unique skills would prove useful during crucial times afoot. It seems fate played her hand early on behalf of your friend by placing him directly within arm's reach of vital information essential to helping save this planet once and for all. I listened intently while absorbing this bombshell revelation, struggling hard to process so much raw data streaming simultaneously through my already taxed mental faculties. Every instinct begged me to flee, abandoning this entire debacle, returning home when nothing out of the ordinary occurred. Except it couldn't shake lingering curiosity, forcing me to press ahead, regardless, yearning to uncover as much relevant knowledge concealed behind curtains of lie. Without warning, the power abruptly shut down across the entire facility, blanketing every room inside utter darkness. Frantic cries erupted, echoing loudly off metal walls, adding to mass confusion rapidly spiraling completely out of control. People yelled instructions at one another through the chaos, unable to discern intentions. Suddenly, something slammed into me, pitching me to floor, striking my skull painfully against concrete as my heart missed several beats pumping. In that moment of complete blackness, my left hand connected briefly with soft skin, then snatched Mark's sidearm, holstered nearby just moments earlier, ripping it free, allowing me to return fire accurately using infrared sights guiding aim. 3 quick bursts later, enemy targets dropped lifelessly. Silent. By some miracle, not a single bullet struck Mark, who had unwittingly been used as a human shield in close-quarters combat situations, offering enemies excellent cover, preventing counterattack until his hostile eliminated first. Exhaling slowly in relief brought me fully back online, realizing how dire things could have ended if events unfolded slightly differently. Adrenaline rush subsided enough to take stock of current situation, assessing best course forward based on limited available light. A large portion of personnel scattered, leaving pockets of isolated individuals vulnerable, cut off from main group, while those remaining hunkered down waiting for situation clarity, unsure if safe to advance any farther, since attack came from unknown source possessing night vision capabilities. Circumventing initial surprise maneuver. For just $3 a month, you can have your name featured in my YouTube videos and descriptions. Not only will you be supporting my channel, but you'll also be immortalized in the credits of my content. If you're looking for something a bit more personalized, consider becoming a $25 a month patron. I'll voice your stories and bring them to life on my channel. Create a special drawing just for you, or even write a unique story tailored to your interests. So don't hesitate. Join my patron community today and help me keep the spooky stories coming. And remember, together we can save each other from the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for your support.